Guys, welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Christina with Cuddles by Christina, and happy Tuesday everyone. I hope everyone is enjoying their week so far. It's back to the grind after the long holiday weekend. I loved seeing so many of your festive 4th of July pictures and videos of fireworks that some of you posted. And yeah, it's definitely always a bummer having to go back to the real world, especially when there's just so many heartbreaking things on the news. Guys, I know that a few of you also have very heavy hearts just reading and hearing about all the tragedy in Texas with all of the flooding. So I did just want to take a moment just to send all my love, all my thoughts and prayers to everyone affected by this just unimaginable tragedy. It really is heartbreaking. And something that always comes up when any tragedy happens, you know, whether locally or globally, whatever it may be, the question tends to be, where was God? And I'm not usually someone who gets super religious or political on my videos. As you all know, I do, tend to keep things fun and lighthearted. But, I am a believer. I am a woman of faith. And I think it's important when things like this come up to talk about those questions that believers and non-believers run into, because it is very difficult to wrap your head around. Could God have stopped the waters, spared all these lives? Absolutely. Yes. He could have. And why he didn't is not something that we'll be able to know on this side of the curtain. And that's always how I've looked at it, as more of a curtain. It's not a wall that's, impenetrable. It's a curtain. And just because God uses restraint doesn't mean that it doesn't break his heart, that it's not difficult. We serve a God who cries with us. I just want to emphasize that. No matter what it may be, it could be something trivial. Any pain that we feel, big or small, matters to God. And so when he uses restraint, we may not understand it and we may not like it, but part of faith is realizing that one way or another, it is for the greater purpose, to build the greater kingdom. And it's okay to ask those questions, and it's okay to even be angry at God in these moments. I think even the most religious people, have moments where they just don't understand, like, are you sure, God, really, this is the plan you want to go with? It sounds crazy. It sounds really, really crazy on this side, but are you sure? And yeah, that's how we have to look at it. And it doesn't make it any easier. I know that every family who lost someone, their hearts are still broken, even with the comfort of knowing that God does hear them and see them. And I just pray that they can find as much comfort as possible, because it really is just, I'm gonna start crying. It's really heartbreaking. But I did want to paraphrase something, because I came across this on Facebook that was shared. It came across my feed, and I wanted to say it right. I kind of paraphrased it in the first part, but I did want to just end with this part, and then I'll move on. So we often ask, why didn't God act? But what if the deeper question is, why does he sometimes choose restraint even when it breaks his own heart? As I was kind of paraphrasing. And the cross is our clearest example. Jesus could have called 12 legions of angels to prevent his crucifixion, but he didn't. Not because he couldn't, but because there was a greater purpose at work, a redemptive plan hidden with suffering. We do not claim to know the full mind of God, but we do know that his delay is never his absence, and his silence is never his apathy. So I hope, at least that helps some of you maybe process everything that's going on. And if anyone does need to talk, vent, pray, please email me at any time. I'm all over social media if you're friends with me on Facebook. So let's just send our continued prayers to everyone. And I also want to give a special shout out before we move on to hopefully more happier things. I don't want this to be a bummer video. I just want to give a shout out to Ashlyn Taylor, the reborn enthusiast, who is also going through some difficulties. Her little fur baby is not doing well, and I just wanted you to know that I am praying for you and thinking of you. And if you ever need an ear to just cry, scream, whatever you need, please email me, message me, anything you need, Ashlyn. Really, my heart goes out to you too. So I really appreciate all of your videos. I love seeing your babies, and I'm just really sorry that that your time with your fur baby is coming to an end. All right, guys, I'm trying not to cry all over again. I'm sorry. I do want to get all of that done first, because I do want to do a fun little tag that is happier. Oh, I was gonna hop on a couple days ago, and let me tell you guys, I don't know what is going on this week. Everyone seems to be getting sick. So Sunday morning, I woke up and had my breakfast, had my cereal as usual. And as soon as I was done eating, I looked at my husband and said, I gotta go back to bed. I can't do this. Like, I just felt so congested, drained, achy. My stomach was kind of nauseous. So I ended up laying in bed most of the day. A lot of you guys kept me company. I was able to catch up on some videos, so thank you for that. But it was just miserable. I don't know what happened. I don't know if it was allergies, a summer cold. I really do not know what was going on. So I was really considering calling out of work tomorrow, Monday. I wasn't sure if I wanted to work, but luckily work was slow enough that I was able to, kind of push through. I was still kind of tired, but I was feeling much better than I was. I'm still a little achy, kind of not 100%, but I'm like 80% there. So I am definitely going to bed early tonight. So that's why I wanted to get on while I could, because, and then yesterday, sorry guys, I keep jumping around here because there was so much I wanted to say, and so many babies I want to show off. No, the one other thing that I did, the only good thing about being sick is I was able to catch up on my shows. Guys, if you have not watched We Were Liars, you need to. Oh my gosh, I read that book probably 10 years ago. It blew my mind, and watching it on screen was just as heartbreaking. I know Auntie Bobo has been watching it. Oh, and I still have to respond to your message, Bobo. Yeah, we still need to discuss. I think Sandra said she's going to start it tonight, hopefully. Oh my gosh, you guys, it's on Amazon Prime. We Were Liars is such a good show. So that was my sick day, Sunday. And anyway, guys, so since it is Tuesday, I wanted to get on here for Toddler Tuesday, which is hosted by Cena over at Cena's Dolls, Mandy over at Mandy's Cuddlebug Nursery, Leisha over at Binky's and Blinky's Nursery, and Renee over at Renee's Reborns. And this week it was Cena's turn to pick the theme, and it was flowers or anything outdoors. So I've never met a floral that I didn't love, so I definitely wanted in on this theme. It was just hard trying to narrow it down because I can only bring on so many babies without this being like 5 hours long. So first I have my sweet little Karina Marisol, who is in this adorable little blue, I almost said romper. I told you guys I'm still recovering, in this little long sleeve onesie. And this outfit was actually from Babeside. It was on one of my Babeside babies, but it fits her perfectly because she is so tiny. And I love the little like peachy and white flowers, and it's a really pretty light blue color, and this head bow matches perfectly in her dark hair. Isn't she precious? That's my Karina Marisol. So she looks gorgeous in those florals. And then I haven't brought on this girl in a while. This is my sweet Alba Renee, and she is my Cheyenne kit. She was a gift from Amanda over at Wawa's Angels Nursery. This isn't one of her babies that she painted. This was from her personal collection. And I was so blessed to be able to hang out with Amanda right before Thanksgiving or before Christmas. Amanda, when did we meet? No, it was December. Yeah. Time is flying, you guys. Like, we're already halfway through the year. Anyway. She doesn't want her head bow. Okay, that's okay. But she is in... No, you gotta wear it just for a few more minutes, sweetie. Okay. This adorable sleeper is also blue, but this is more like a teal, like a blue-green. But look at all those pretty flowers on it. The yellow and the pink and different shades of blue and the yellow. Her eyes are gorgeous. Like, the camera is not picking them up, but they're a really gorgeous, like, green. Oh my gosh, she's so sweet. So yeah, that is my Alba Renee and her floral sleeper. And finally, I had to get one of my toddlers at least. This is Miss Hadley Rowan, who is from Paradise Galleries. And you can't see her flowers yet because I'm holding her. But here she's in her pretty dress with all these pretty roses on it. Isn't that adorable? So it's a little denim top of the dress, then a little peachy bow around the middle, and then look at all the pretty flowers. So I think she looks gorgeous, and she has a little like beige, yeah, I guess it's kind of like a beige taupe color headband in her hair. Yeah, so those are my girls, some of my girls in their florals for Toddler Tuesday. Sorry this was a little all over the place, guys. I was really trying to keep everything together, but there was just so much on my heart, guys, and I just, you know, I just want to, you know, be genuine and keep it real. I don't want to pretend that things aren't happening or that, you know, people aren't feeling some really big stuff about what's going on in the world. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed seeing my gorgeous girls. I hope it at least brought a little joy into your evening, your day, whenever you're watching this. But I so appreciate you guys, really. And again, Ashlyn, Reborn Enthusiast, praying for you. Hope you're doing okay. And yeah, hopefully I'll kick whatever crud is going around. Hopefully I'll keep feeling better. But yeah, it's almost time for bed. So, all right, guys, I look forward to seeing everyone else's Toddler Tuesday videos. And thank you, Cena, for telling us not to put pressure on ourselves in the announcement video, because I do tend to put pressure on myself a lot. I want to do all the themes, all the tags, all the things all the time. And it's of course not always possible, but I do try. So I jump in when I can, when I have the time and the energy, but you guys know I love you. So thank you so much. I will see you guys very soon. Have a great rest of your week. Have a great evening. Have a great day whenever you're watching this, and I will see you guys soon. Take care, guys. Love you. Bye.